Hi friends, Tilly here, and I have finished a goodly amount of my Christmas cards for this year. So before I started getting the envelopes ready and things, I thought I'd give you a little peek at what I have done. I tried to keep it simple this year, and just like Tilly, it ended up being more labor intensive than I had anticipated. I used the Authentique and just used white cardstock. I also, as you can see, the little evergreens on the front, used the doodle charms and cut my trees at different sizes. And I'll show you the inside because there's one little one in there too. Then I also made these, there you go. There's the little joy, and that's from Jim Holtz. Jim Holtz. Tim is Jim's brother. I didn't know if you all knew that. That's a fib. I'm just goofing around. And then on the inside, I used the Joy to the World stamp, and I think I got this at Hobby Lobby. And then the little star that you'll see on the inside is just a star from one of my older Stampin' Up! Sets. And I think that's about it. I did use, well, I'll show you that in a little while. I try to stay. Oh, I also had the stickles that I used on the tree, and the inside tree. I used the frosted lace, and I can't read. Oh, it's holly. This one is holly, and it may be difficult to see because it looks so green, but it has little flecks of gold and red and green, and so it's very pretty in the light. You might be catching a little, every once in a while, a little red may sparkle out, or a little gold. In the light, you can see it. You can see it clearly. That it is not just green dots. And then here are some of the papers from the, what did I say? Authentique. And I sponged the joy with my chalks. I just needed to, it just needed a little something rather than that stark white. Oh, and the snowy kind of effect is my handy dandy little jar of excuse me, of homemade cement, you know, concrete, the stuff that you put together with glue, and baby powder, and what else? Glue and baby powder, and I can't remember what else. I'll have to get my little sheet out and look it up later. I'll put it down at the bottom, the recipe. If I can remember who had the tutorial on it, I'll go ahead and put that down there too. But anyway, this is one. And then here is another of the papers. And I don't know if you can tell, but the edges are all, I just used my Stampin' Up! Rose red is the color that I used. And there you can see where I went around the edges. It's not as obvious on the film, I don't think, as it is in person. And here's another one of the sheets. And then this one was very pretty, I thought. And here's another with little dots. and another. And then I think this is probably the last one. I think that's gone through. You know, there are several of the same sheets of paper, so there are several that are done. This one I did with the green, if you can tell. Did the green chalk around my joy, and then on the inside put joy to the world. I put a little strip of the paper that's on the front. I put it on the inside, and then I put the tiniest tree in here with just a few dots of stickle, and then put the little heart, or the little, honest to goodness, I hit this record button. I've told several people, I hit the record button, and there's something that goes, there's kind of a wire from my brain to my mouth, and it just disconnects itself. Now, you all have heard me over and over and over again. There are words that, I mean, are as common as can be, like an ATC swap, and I can't remember the word swap. Now, I'm a perfectly normal, I'm close to a perfectly normal human being until I push this record button. When I do that, disconnect, don't know the problem, gonna have to find out. I left myself a little bit off. I have to go to the brain doctor and ask about that disconnect thing. I left a little space here because I do like to write little notes. I like to handwrite little notes to each person, and then there's a place for our signature. So I think, you know what? I think I'm not going to keep you like for the rest of the evening babbling. These are my cards that I have made, and I am going to make another set. This won't be enough. What I've done so far won't be enough. It's the one time of the year that I actually send something out to people. A lot of times I'll put a card on, you know, I'll scan it in my computer and put it in an email. It's just, you know, postage is just getting so bad that for a lot of us crafters, it's hard to send. It's hard to send out 20 or 30 or 40 cards to your friends and family because it's getting to be dear to put a stamp on your card. So, but at Christmas time I do. At Christmas time I do send out cards. Although you are restricted, you know, when you know you're going to put them in the mail, you can't make them quite as fancy or lumpy. Because I really would have liked to have put little bows at the top of each one of the trees, but then I got to thinking, you know, it's going to go through that sorting machine. And it's just going to smash and, you know, could easily put little holes through my envelopes. So you have to think about that stuff when you're actually going to put them in the mail. And I don't know how they'd appreciate at Christmas time having me write on each card hand cancel. So I just don't, I don't fool with putting too much dimension on my cards at Christmas time. I just want them to I want them to go through the mail and get to the people they need to get to. So anyway, oh, I didn't show you the inside. Did it? Yes, I did. I should. See, there's that disconnect again. It's, I don't know. I am Irish. I think maybe leprechauns just play around in my brain and just run through the run through my craft room down here. God bless my mess. It's probably got a million places for them to hide, and as soon as I walk down, they just, I don't know, they just play with my brain. But anyway, those are my cards. I thank you all so very, very much for watching the video. Hope you enjoy them, and I'd love to see yours. So if you get a chance, put a little video on that will let me take a peek at your Christmas cards. But for right now, this is Tilly signing off, and I hope you guys have a super duper week. Bye-bye now.